Hey guys, welcome to the first episode of 2023. That's right, we're in a new year. And as always, I am your host, Keeona, and I'm here with Zach today.
Hey.
And I have him on for a very good reason because I like to call him a movie expert just as much as I am because we are talking about our predictions and bets for the 2023 Academy Awards. And we have like our predictions, our, who we think are going to win, our surprise nominations. He has snubs because I couldn't think of any snubs for this segment.
Got a lot of snubs. I got a lot of things I need to say.
Yeah, so without further ado, let's get into it. So first, we're going to start with Best Picture.
All right. I think Best Picture, it's a pretty tight one this year. So the nominees, I'll pull that up really quick. I'd say I'm not too angry about any of them. All Quiet on the Western Front, Avatar, Way of Water, Banshees of Inisherin, Elvis, Everything Everywhere, All at Once, Fabelmans, Tar, Top Gun, Triangle of Sadness, and Women Talking. And wait, I think I already said Tar. I'm not sure.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, those are great films.
Yeah.
Personally, I think it's either between The Fabelmans, Top Gun, or Everything Everywhere All at Once. Because Everything Everywhere All at Once, that got all the nominations this year.
That's my pick.
Yeah,
to win it.
I am so happy that it got all those nominations. I think it's a great film. I'm surprised Top Gun got a nom.
That is my biggest surprise
Yeah.
because, it was one of the best-selling movies of last year.
Yeah.
I didn't think that it would get nominated because it was so commercially successful. And that's the thing, you see, people talk about these movies, one ends up being so commercially successful that you wouldn't think that it would get nominated for an Oscar. I mean, people talk about it here and then, but you just never think because the Academy is funny in that way.
Yeah, and it's interesting because a lot of the films that have been nominated, they came out very earlier in the year, which is funny because the Oscars, there's a reason that everyone calls, the fall kind of area Oscar season because that's where all the the big nominee films come out and the big series ones, and a lot of the nominations, they came out earlier in the year. Everything Ever All at Once came out in March or something like that. Top Gun May, Elvis June. So it's very interesting. I hope this is a trend going forward where we look throughout the entire year instead of just the winter and fall.
So yeah, Everything, Everywhere, and All at Once. That's my top pick to win it. My second is Elvis, which we're going to get to in a second. And then the other one, here's the thing, and I'll say this real quick. Top Gun Maverick, it's such a fan favorite that I just don't think it's going to win because it's so talked about and everything. So that's why, I don't know, anything could happen at the Academy Awards. I just think that, because it's so popular and it's so talked about, I just don't think it would win Best Picture. But I'm not opposed to that idea if it did happen. But for Best Actor, now, let me tell you, because I am in a race between Brendan Fraser for The Whale and Austin Butler in Elvis. And my pick is Austin Butler to win it, but everybody is saying that Brendan Fraser is going to win it. And, I think it's a 50-50 chance, but here's why I choose Austin. And I told you this already, but Brendan Fraser, I mean, he took a break in the entertainment industry, and then he came back with this movie, which is amazing, by the way. But the thing with Austin and Elvis, he had to put in the work. He had to get the accent down. He had to do the moves. He had to learn the songs to lip sync. And, I just feel like because he's done all that work, he deserves to be honored for that. That's just me, personally.
Yeah, okay. Personally, so Austin Butler, I could see him winning, but I don't know. Elvis, I saw the movie a while ago. I thought it was okay. I do understand why it's nominated for all this stuff, but I don't know. I thought it was fine personally. The Whale I did see recently, and that movie is sad. It is very sad. Brendan Fraser, I think they both did a great job in their roles. They have to put in a lot of emotions and do a lot. Now, I think realistically, it's between those two.
Yeah.
However, I am so happy that Paul Mescal for After Sun got nominated.
You did say that.
Yeah, I might talk about this on the show because After Sun, it's my favorite film from last year. It is so well done. It is so emotional. The ending, there's something built throughout the entire film. The ending just blew me away. And Paul Mescal, he has so many things he has to juggle with emotions. There are so many subtleties in his performance. It's so good. It's a movie that I've just been gushing over. I'm glad he's nominated. I know he's not going to win because of the competition. But if he wins, I am actually just you'll know in the the podcast post Oscars, you'll
Yeah.
just see a smile on my face like, yeah, that was a great show, guys. Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, and just disclosure, we will be doing like an after Oscar show, so just be looking out for that. And I would feel the same if Austin Butler won because this movie was so good. And just to explain something real quick, I kind of see who's gonna win based on award season, pretty much. Even though that is kind of biased, but because Austin Butler won the Golden Globe, and but Brendan Fraser, he won the Critics' Choice Award. So I say they're pretty neck and neck, but that's just me. So I try to see that based on award season, but we shall see. It's a fight race. So you say Brendan Fraser, I say Austin Butler.
Yeah, I say in between them.
Okay.
But, yeah.
And for Best Actress, I think that Michelle Yeoh from Everything, Everywhere, and All at Once is going to win.
Okay.
But then one nomination that also surprised me was Ana de Armas, who was in the
Blonde.
movie Blonde. Yeah, I watched that a few weeks ago. She was pretty good. I mean, I don't know. That one really surprised me because the movie was good, but I just didn't think that she would get nominated. And she really captured the essence of Marilyn Monroe. That I will give her credit for. But I was surprised. I wouldn't be mad if she won either. So.
I think both those nominations are really good. I personally think Cate Blanchett might win for her performance in Tar.
How many Oscars does she have?
How many Oscars does she have? I don't know.
I think she has 2, maybe 1. I'm not sure, but
she has a lot.
Yeah, exactly.
She has a lot, but I mean, she was really good in Tar. She was very menacing. She was good. I think she might win it. I wouldn't be surprised if she does, but I do hope Michelle Yeoh and Ana de Armas. I hope they spice it up, but I feel like Cate Blanchett, if she does win, I'll be Tar was great. But
like I said, I love Cate Blanchett, and I love Meryl Streep. Don't ever underestimate the queen. They've won Oscars before. I think it's just me. It's kind of like Super Bowl weekend. I want somebody else to win who hasn't won yet. So if it's either Anna or Michelle, I'll be happy for them. And if Cate Blanchett wins, I'll be happy too. But it's just for me wanting new people to who have been nominated for the first time and want to win, which brings me to Best Supporting Actress. Mine's is Angela Bassett, but Jamie Lee Curtis was just nominated for her first Academy Award.
Yeah, I feel happy for Jamie Lee Curtis.
But I don't think she's going to win though. But
she's
I'm
not going to win.
Happy for her.
Yeah, I'm happy for her. She has this very crazy, over the top performance in Everything Everywhere All at Once. It's a fun performance to watch and everything. And I think I'm surprised she hasn't been nominated before.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's why I was so happy, because you've heard of all these celebrities who have been in the business longer than, the celebrities that we're used to hearing, who are our age or pretty much younger than that. It's finally nice to see an actress like her who has been in the business, who is known for being the original Scream Queen, finally get her flowers. She deserves that nomination because she's done other movies, and it's just really nice to see her get that that recognition that she deserves. Even if she doesn't win, she'll have that title for the rest of her life. Academy Award nominee Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah. Speaking of first-time nominees, Best Supporting Actress, I also believe it'll be Angela Bassett. That's my pick, who I think the Oscars will choose and who I hope wins.
She might want to.
Yeah. Best Supporting Actor, I think it's going to Ke Huy Quan for
that's
Everything
my
Everywhere
pick.
All at Once. For people that don't know, he was short round in Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. He was in Goonies. He was in a lot of movies in the 80s. Kind of took a break from starring in roles. And this is his big comeback. And he is really good in the movie. He delivers my favorite line from a movie from the entirety of last year. Such a great performance. So good. I'm glad he got nominated. And he even said what you were just saying, how Jamie Lee Curtis will have that title, Academy Award nominee. He even said that, that sounds nice.
Yeah.
Academy Award nominee, Ke Huy Quan. And I'm just nice. So
so I think he's going to win, but then I also have another favorite, Brian Tyree Henry. That one surprised me too. I know him because he was in another movie that I can't really think of at the top of my head, but he also played, I don't know if you remember Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, he voiced Miles Morales.
Yeah! Oh, okay, it took me a minute to I remember. Yeah, he's a great actor. Yeah.
I was surprised, but I'm so happy for him because I wish I could know the movie name of it all because I would totally say it, but I don't remember it. But those are my top two, but I do think that Ke Huy Quan is going to win it.
Yeah.
And now that we've got over the best actors, actresses, and picture, I have like 3 other categories real quick. One is original song. Like, I feel like that's a tough category because my picks for it are "Lift Me Up" by Rihanna, "Applause" by Diane Warren, and "Hold My Hand" featuring Lady Gaga. I feel like that's like a good like mix.
Yeah.
But then Lady Gaga, she's already had one for "A Star Is Born," and but I'm just only saying this because I am a huge Rihanna stan and I can't wait for her Super Bowl performance. Even when I heard the song for the first time before Black Panther Wakanda Forever came out, I had a feeling that it was going to get nominated for an Oscar. Don't ask me how, I just know. Like, it's just a instinct feeling.
Yeah.
So that's my pick to win it, Rihanna, because it's Rihanna. I mean, you can't deny Rihanna, but if she doesn't win, I would be happy for any of the ones that I just said, or any other any other songwriter that was nominated in this category. But my pick is Rihanna.
I am personally, so I'll get to my snubs soon, but so this will definitely be in the snubs because what the heck? But best original song, I hope it goes to Natu Natu, but from RRR. If you haven't seen the movie, it is so many different things, and when that song comes on, like right at the hour mark, it is so energetic, it is so fun. I mean, I'm glad it's nominated in general because that means they have to perform it live, and that is going to be infectiously fun. So I'm really happy for that nomination. I do hope it wins. I hope they give RRR some Oscar love because it's been a movie everyone's been pushing last year, and but that's personally my take. But I do think if any of your nominations win, like I'll still be happy about it.
Yeah, this is probably the first category where I was like, okay, I wouldn't care if any of them win, even though I want Rihanna to win. But honestly, I'd be happy with like all the songs nominated. But last category before we get into your snubs is animated film. Honestly, this list kind of disappointed me because, like, the only animated movie that I've seen is Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. Oh, wait, and Puss in Boots, never mind. But other than that, these other ones I haven't really seen. So, honestly, I don't know who could possibly win this category, but obviously I'm being biased because I saw Pinocchio and Puss in Boots. So, I'm cool with either one of those two, but I just don't know.
I beg to differ. Like, I saw some of the other movies. I didn't see the Sea Beast, but I think this is a pretty big year for animation. Like, this is a really good year for just animation in general. Like, something noticeable is that not too many Disney movies were nominated, and I think that's...
Which I'm happy for.
Yes, because last year they dropped the ball.
Oh, yeah.
But Turning Red, I am happy that did get nominated. I think Turning Red is a great movie.
I love that movie.
That was so good.
It's one of my niece's favorite movies.
Yeah. And then Marcel the Shell with Shoes On, I really liked it. I'm surprised it's in the animation category.
Oh, wait.
Granted,
I guess I did see Turning Red. Never mind, because I'm just like, oh wait, I haven't seen any of those movies, but I have seen Turning Red. It was on repeat like all last summer.
Yeah. Marcel the Shell with Shoes On, I do understand why it's nominated for best animated film because like Marcel himself, he's animated. It's like this shell just moving around.
Yeah.
But a lot of it, he's in a live-action world, so I'm a bit surprised, but I think it's between Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio or Puss in Boots' The Last Wish. I feel like most likely it'll go Pinocchio because he's been really pushing the message that animation is an art form, it's not a genre for children, and this film is really pushing that statement. It takes this classic children's tale and it brings a surprisingly mature tone to it. Like there's I remember watching it, and here's the thing, I'm not wild about Pinocchio movies, I've seen them, but this is the first one that I can genuinely say I think is a great movie. It just surprised me. For a while you think, oh, it's going to follow the same Pinocchio like storyline, but
that's what I thought.
Yeah, and then it goes off into different directions.
Yeah.
And it says things about war and just being a human being, and it's so beautifully done. Yeah. And so I feel like that'll most likely win, but Puss in Boots,
I don't know, dude. Don't underestimate the power of Disney because, it's Pinocchio's Disney and Turning Red's Disney. So that's what I'm saying.
No, Pinocchio's Netflix.
That's right. Duh. Yeah. But, I don't know. Don't underestimate Disney because Turning Red is Disney. So, I wouldn't be surprised if Turning Red won because obviously it's Disney.
Yeah. and ABC like is Disney and everything, but Puss in Boots: The Last Wish.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you haven't seen Puss in Boots: The Last Wish,
Oh, boy.
I know. Okay, the first movie, so mid, painfully mid, and the trailers for Puss in Boots 2 do not look that mind-blowing, but seriously, it is so good, and it blew me away. But I'm gonna get off that topic. We're gonna move on to snubs before I just continue
Oh, God.
talking about it.
Let's buckle up. So, what kind of snubs you got?
All right.
Because I got nada.
Speaking of animated films, Mad God was snubbed for Best Animated Feature. So Mad God, it's this big film that Phil Tippett, this big like person for special effects over the years, he's worked on Star Wars, so many iconic films. This was his passion project. It's a stop motion animation monstrosity of a film where you just like witness this person going through this disgusting landscape. And animation wise, it is a gorgeous film. It is so crazy.
Yeah.
And I know the Oscar, something about these snubs, you'll notice that there are some there's some horror things, and the Oscars, they have a big thing against horror films, and it sucks because a lot of great things come from horror. Like
That is true.
what's her face? Oh my God, I feel Toni Collette from Hereditary.
Oh, yeah.
Incredible performance. Why wasn't it at least nominated? It still blows me away.
I don't know, but like I'll say this real quick. I always feel like the Academy, they always make their nominations based on the independent movie spectrum and their film festivals that they have. So that's just me personally. That's how I believe they get their nominations. But I do agree with you when it comes to like, horror movies in general.
Yeah.
So.
And then speaking of horror, Best Actress, Mia Goth for Pearl. Pearl, it was a good film, but Mia Goth, her performance carried that movie, and there's this like 8-minute monologue near the end where it's just the camera's on her, 8 minutes straight, no cuts, and it is so genius. It is so good. That one just kind of hurt just because it was really good, and
Okay, let me tell you about a snub that I'm not surprised it got snubbed by. And I don't know if I already said this already, but I do remember telling you this before we started, was Black Panther Wakanda Forever, just because I knew that it would get nominated for costume and makeup and for original score and cinematography. I don't know if that's nominated, but I knew it wasn't going to get nominated for Best Picture. That I do know. I know that it hurt a lot of people, but personally, I don't feel too hurt about it because I kind of had an expectation. But anyway, back to you real quick.
Some films that got 0 nominations, Nope, which surprised me.
I'm not surprised.
I mean, I was thinking at least like Best Cinematography because the shots in those films are incredible, but I don't know, that one kind of hurt. I'm not too surprised, but still there's a side of me that's hurt.
Yeah.
The Northman, no nominations, and that blows me away because that is a incredible movie, and there are some things in that. I feel like if it came out in November, I feel like the Oscars would give it more attention, but I don't know. Decision to Leave, no nomination for at least Best International Film. I think that's crazy. And then Babylon got a decent amount of love.
Oh, I was so mad about that one.
It should have gotten Best Picture, Best Cinematography, Best Director, Best Actress, Best Actor
Right?
for Diego Manuel. Oh my God, I loved that movie.
I didn't think about that one, but now that you brought that up, I'm like, at least let Babylon be nominated for Best Picture and Margot Robbie be nominated for Best Actress.
Yeah.
I was so mad about that.
I mean, I do think Babylon will win some Oscars, like Best Production Design, Best Original Score. The score is so good. I actually have some of those songs on my playlist. It's awesome.
Yeah, and I watched Margot Robbie. This is probably one of my favorite performances of her because it was so rich and it was so authentically it was just so good. I loved her in this movie. So thanks for bringing that up. I don't know why I didn't think of that one.
No, I loved Babylon. Like everyone said oh, it's too crazy, it's not good. And I'm like, I feel like in
you
10
guys
years
are crazy.
10 years from now, I feel like that film will be reevaluated.
Yeah.
And oh my God, I can't wait. Last one. Avatar: The Way of Water for Best Original Song. I mean, granted, it was genuinely made probably just to get a nomination.
Exactly.
But I don't know. There's a side of me that's surprised it didn't get nominated at least, but I don't know.
I'm surprised it got nominated for Best Picture. Even though I kind of knew it was going to get nominated for Best Picture because I don't know. That's just me. I kind of know, it's like I said before, when a big motion picture, Avatar, or I don't know what I said before. I can have a feeling it's going to get nominated. Oh, I said Top Gun Maverick. That's what I said.
Before we wrap it up, just want to say After Sun, Best Picture, Best Cinematography, Best Original Screenplay. No nominations for that. I'm still sad about it. And yeah, that's all I need to say about the snubs. Yeah.
But Babylon, I'm so mad that I didn't mention that. Like, I'm so mad about that. But we are unfortunately out of time. This was a great way to start the first episode of 2023. But Zach, thank you so much for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course. And tune in right after the Oscars in March because we will be doing a after Oscar show to see if our predictions come true. I'm still trying to find some sort of twist, like to see who wins, and then we'll have to do something funny. But I'm still trying to figure that out.
Yeah. Let's hope Will Smith slap level event doesn't happen that we have to cover.
That's why I'm kind of nervous to watch it because I know it's still going to be fresh on everybody's mind, and Jimmy Kimmel is going to bring that up in some capacity. As much as I love Jimmy Kimmel, get a new host.
Yeah,
it's
Jimmy
the same
Kimmel's
host every single year. But
I hate Jimmy Kimmel.
a hot take for later. But thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.